I am 42 years old. I am not an athlete or a blogger. I am just a person who once realized that if I don't change anything now, it will only get worse. So I decided to start with the basics: my body, my shape, my habits. This is a story about how I am trying to regain confidence, energy, and a zest for life.
Oh god. This is so cringe, to be honest. I've recorded so many takes and still can't get it together. This is my first video. And there were attempts before this. I recorded several times already. These were videos in a minor tempo and mood. I wouldn't say that this video will be completely different in mood, but the theme will remain the same. And although I initially planned to read the video exclusively from a pre-prepared text, I thought that maybe it's worth saying more without reading the text, otherwise it will be too dry. Perhaps this will be my mistake, especially considering that this is my first video and it would be better, of course, to strictly follow the script, but it's probably easier for me this way. I am 42 years old, and at 42, I have probably reached that point in life where you start to reassess everything you have done up to now. And you, looking back, realize that so much was missed, so many opportunities were missed, and so much was done wrong and not done at all. And now that I am in my 40s, I realize that something in my life hasn't turned out right. Of course, we are responsible for our own destiny, and perhaps realizing this, I thought that since we are responsible for our destiny, we should change it ourselves.
And it is within our power.
I can't say that I have a favorite job, and not everything is smooth in the family. And then you reach this age and realize that you've let yourself go. I've let myself go, not only physically, but gained extra weight and so on. Perhaps neglected myself in many other aspects, in terms of self-development, in terms of upbringing, and in terms of self-discipline. This is my current physical shape as of today. The usual, so to speak, dad shape. Weight 82 kilograms. We start from this state, and now looking back and looking at myself in the mirror, I realize that this is not what I would like to see. And working as a courier at 42 years old, I understand that this is not my ceiling. I understand that I simply didn't put in enough effort, that I possibly didn't believe in myself, most likely. And honestly, even when starting this channel, I had very big doubts about whether it was worth doing at all, whether it was worth sharing with anyone. But it seems to me that a similar story and a similar situation are experienced by many people, not just me. There comes a time in your life, a time of realization that you are not at the point where you originally wanted to be, and you have not achieved the results you once thought you could when you were young. When you are young, it seems like you will have time for everything, that everything is still ahead of you. But the years go by, creeping up quietly, and then you are over 40, and you look back and realize that so much has been missed
And I do not want at all that when I reach old age, if God grants me many years of life, I look back and feel bitterly disappointed that I did not use all the opportunities available just because I showed some weakness, indecision, and cowardice. Finally, at this age, I realized that I need to move forward, that I need to try something new, and perhaps this channel will be that very new beginning. I hope that I will find like-minded people like myself. I am launching this channel, and my first transformation on the channel will be getting myself into good physical shape to finally at least start changing something and start liking myself. After all, I think it's no secret to anyone that a good appearance, good physical shape still gives confidence. Of course, this physical shape is not something that can completely change your life, but it's just one of the points. And I think perhaps it's an important point when you climb to the 4th floor and then you're out of breath. Or when I'm playing with my son and literally after 3 or 4 minutes I'm just out of breath, but I think that's not normal and I feel like that needs to change. Even for the sake of my son, it's worth getting in shape because he's small now, but when he grows up, what will he say? What will he think about his father? And what will I think about myself? And I am starting this channel, this transformation, so that it will be a stimulus for me, so that my subscribers, my viewers will be the motivation and the driving force that will allow me not to stop. I am not going to do this in a short time because I have health limitations. I have reflux esophagitis and I have esophageal sphincter dysfunction in the upper and lower parts.
Therefore, for example, exercises for the abs are contraindicated for me.
Any exercises that involve tension in the abdominal muscles are contraindicated for me. Additionally, I currently have some minor joint issues. My knees hurt. Therefore, I think similar physical limitations in one's 40s have, let's say, affected many of us. And perhaps it will be more valuable for those who join my channel, join me, and maybe start a transformation with me. The videos that I plan to release further will share my progress. There will likely be setbacks, share the exercises I do. I intend to share my thoughts about life in general, probably since by this age there is already something to talk about. By this age, 35 to 45 years, I think many experience what is called a midlife crisis, but probably it's not really a crisis, it's an age of awareness, when a person finally understands or wants to understand, to figure out themselves what goals they want to achieve, who they are, what they want, what they aspire to. Is he striving or just going with the flow? Or maybe it's worth changing his lifestyle, his views, his habits, job, dreams and goals. Maybe the dreams and goals he had before turned out to be false, imposed. Some people accept it, go through this age and change nothing. But I want to change. I don't want to stop at what has already been done.
If this video resonated with you, please support me. It will help me move forward and not abandon the chosen path, giving me strength and additional motivation to keep going. And you will be able to follow my channel and the changes in my life. Să-mi ziceți seama, Jing, rezonese, conquista obă.